So good evening again, good morning or good afternoon, whenever you are watching again, my dear students. Today we're going to discuss English 10 second quarter module 2.1, which is all about expository essay in English and in Bicol language so that you could understand more. So discuss ko po siya in Bicol and in English so that you'll have an easier way to understand this one. Okay po, let's start. So what is an exposition? So an exposition text or expositional text is a piece of writing that has a purpose to convey information or explain a topic. Like for example, gusto mong what is K-drama? Kumbaga, what is anime? So gusto mo siyang i-explain sa iba. You're going to write expository text or exposition. Next, we have what is the purpose of an exposition? The purpose of an exposition is to present one side of an argument and persuade the reader or listener to agree or to take an action or to solve the problem. An exposition persuades a reader or a listener by presenting one side of an argument by taking a point of view and justifying a way to convince others to only see only that side of an issue. So for example, may mga issue, like for example, sabihin ko lang tungkol sa uniform, kung dapat ba tanggalon or retain, ano si side na gusto mong i-explain na tama? Yes po. So these are example of expository text. We have essays, letter to editors, and we have, of course, speeches. So language features. So these are the language features. For example, we have conjunction. So conjunction are words that connects sentences or connect words. So conjunction or joining words, join one part of a sentence to another. They link the flow of an argument. Di ba pag nagarason kita, may main part tapos si reason. Diba? For example, I have here an example. The Department of Education should always require students to wear school uniform. Ano? Because it instill discipline to the students. Diba? Pag na-uniform, gano'n na hiling mong may disiplina ang mga aki. Diba po? So, uniform, may disiplina sa pagsuot, plansyado ang bado. So, araw yan. Okay po. Next, we have model words. Expresses the writer's attitude to the topic. So, tayo express kung ang attitude ka itong, ito nagsurat. You can also can, could, should, must, and might. Nag-discuss na ba sa first quarter. For example, students wearing the same uniform can also symbolize the unity of students in the school, avoiding any kind of discrimination. So it can. So it's may posibilidad. It has the ability that to unify the students. Di po? Pag nagamit ka kayan, mas magiging danugon kasi specific ang pakasurat mo kang sentence sa exposition. Next, we have evaluative language. So suggest degree of approval or help compare ideas. So ideya man, garo tiga sabihin si idea mo best or tigo kumpara mo sa iba. For example, best, important, most, truth, largest, more popular, so and many more. For more important, better, and etc. For example, that is why it is the best not to change the rules regarding the wearing of the school uniform at school because of the benefits it brings to the students. It is also important. It is so important for school to develop disciplines, the discipline of students at very early age. And one way to do that is to require students to wear uniform. So yan po. So, tiga ano dyan, na may ano ka, na tubod ka sa tigsasabi mo. May assertive kang tao. Next, we have thinking verbs. Know, believe, feel, think, and agreed. So this one, this shows what you think or what you believe in. I believe that there will be cases of discrimination when the use of uniform at school is removed. Some students that do not have many clothes may be ridiculed by their classmates. But sabihin mo lang na data siya agree ta ano. Kasi pag may uniform, sa ibang estudyanteng date man lang ang bado, pwede siyang pwede siyang mapagtripan, pwede siyang pagtawanan kang mga mga klase niya kasi didate nga si bado. Pero pag may uniform, okay lang yan kasi uniform nga yan eh. Next, connected words links ideas and argument. Firstly, for that reason, for example, as consequence, because of this, in particular, therefore, and finally. So, nagko-connecting argument. Dapat yung mga argument mo, konektado sa kada saro. Dahil siya itong paputol-putol. Discipline, for example, discipline, discriminate. Paano mo connect mga discipline sa Paano mo connect ang discipline sa discrimination, and etc. sa pag-wear ng school uniform. I believe that there will be cases of discrimination when the use of uniform is removed. Some students that do not have many clothes may be ridiculed by their classmates. Because of discrimination, maybe students may be discouraged to go to school because of bullying. The feeling of shame and because of the feeling of shame, because of bullying, the feeling of shame and embarrassment at school. So tig-connect yun at idea, second idea. Na hali doon sa discrimination, magkakaiba ng bullying, supog, tapos embarrassment sa school. Kasi nga, didate nga si Badaw niya. Structure of exposition. So we have first one, introduction, statement of position. Introduce the topic and make it clear what your position is. A strong opening sentence provokes your reader and captures your reader's attention. An overview of the thesis or an argument on the topic and points you will make. So basically, dyan man lang down dyan, introduce mo si topic. For example, tungkol sa uniform, tungkol sa social media, etc. A strong opinion, you can ask question, you can make a quote, and etc. An overview of your thesis or argument. So ano si gusto mong sabihin? For example, we have this one. To address the country's drug problem, President Duterte has called Congress to resurrect death penalty after it was abolished in 2006. So pwede siyang background. Resurrection of death penalty is unnecessary and will only bring casualties, especially to the poor. Pwede sabihin ko yan, pag approve daw ulit ang death penalty, ang maapektuhan man lang kayo, si may hirap. Ako man si Mayam, ito yung mga abogado to. Tapos wala na si mga position sa government. To address the country's drug and crimes problem, President Duterte has called Congress to resurrect. Utro ko na. Okay po. So perhaps yan. So you can always add a quote. Argument. Begin each paragraph with key statement or general statement. Give supporting reasons in the rest of the paragraph. Then make a new point in opening sentence of the next paragraph and give supporting reasons and so on. Next, arguments need to be logically developed, supported, and justified with reasons, examples, expert evidence, and statistical information. But sabihin mo lang kaya, dapat puun pa lang si paragraph mo, aram mo na kung ano sabi mo, kung ano si point mo duman. Tapos dapat nagsuportahan to kang mga valid points. For example, statistics, kung pira talagang taong na pira ang crime rate sa Pilipinas. Sunod, si rason. Rason mo, sunod, si research na tungkol duman. Okay po. So that may be included in your argument. Death penalty should not be re-implemented because there is no assurance that only guilty people will be sentenced into death. It is also unfair to people who are not as privileged as rich people who can afford dapat yan, their own lawyer. In a research done yan. So yan po. So basically that is one of the reason kung taano habo niya ang death penalty. Okay, so how about statistics? For example, you're comparing it to other country. In a research done in the states of United States, it is showed that there are more murder rates without death penalty, such as Illinois having only 7 murder rates per year compared to states with death penalty, just like Louisiana having 11. This shows that implementing death penalty does not assure safe society. Diba? Nagtao kaning facts tungkol diyan na sa states kadto si mga mayo lugod death penalty hababa si murder rate, si mga igwalugod halangkaw ang death penalty. So that is one statistical fact. So may data. Reinforcement of statement of position. Sum of your argument. Make a statement about what you research, what you see as a solution to a problem or might happen in the situation if not solved. Emphasize the summoning of question in the light of argument that has been presented. Reinforcement of the position. So basically, ang sabihin mo lang kayo, sa last mong part kang argumentative essay mo, sabihin mo ulit o summarize mo si mga sabi mo na kanto. Tapos, ano pa? So, you can always give a solution or anong pwedeng mangyari pag patuloy ta na patuloy tang i-implement to. For example, death penalty. So ano pwedeng mangyari? And of course, summarize. So dapat may nagtatak sa isip kang reader pakatawasin na itong basahon. Again, there is no solid evidence that the resurrection of death penalty will decrease the drug users in the country, nor decrease its crime rate. Instead of implementing capital punishment, the country should focus on improving the educational system that will instill discipline to the students, making them better members of the society. Yun. So, anong solusyon niya? Dapat pag-implement si death penalty, kundi dapat improve educational system na ma-develop kang disiplina ka mga aki para din na sila mag-isip kang heinous crime or maarawat na crimes. Kasi man talagang mayong evidence nagsabing pag nag-implement ka kayan, mawara ang crime rate or mabawas. So yan. Okay? If you have any questions, you can always question me in my messenger. Thank you for listening. That could be that.